Hello and good afternoon, fellow people. How do you do? How does everyone do? Yes. Hey. Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing? How's your Thursday? You guys hear my dog in the background? I gotta let my dog in. Hey, everyone. Gotta give my dog a treat. Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing today? Of course, of course. As soon as I let my dog in. But for real though, as soon as I let my dog in, my other dog wants to go outside, watch him bark. Watch him bark. Oh, maybe not. He's going to bark because now he wants to go outside. Because my other one doesn't bark. Okay, well, now he's not. It's like because he knows I said it, so now he wants to prove me wrong. It's like he knows I said it, so now he wants to prove me wrong. Okay. That's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You want to... I'll let him do his thing. Thank you. Thank you. I know when the haters hate on my hair, I'm like, my hair's awesome, bro. I like how they think that like if they hate on my hair. Oh, he did bark. Hold on, let me let him out. I actually like that he barks because it lets me know, as opposed to like Eggy will just sit there and not do anything. But anyway, people who hate my hair are always like Zionists and like patriarchal losers. It's like they think if they insult my hair, it's gonna like upset me. It's like, no, bro, I actually paid for this haircut, okay? By a very, very talented, fabulous gay man in the West Village, okay? Or Chelsea. No, I think it's in, is it Chelsea or is it in the West Village? Anyway, I think it might be in the West Village, but the point is, yeah, I'm doing this on purpose. Thoughts on Ye's new song? Yeah. Don't say it. Don't say it. We're not on Rumble. Okay, so you got to be censored. I haven't heard it, but what I think is it's cringe and he's doing it for attention. But that doesn't surprise me. That's what he does. That's what he's always done. That's kind of like his thing. It's like Kanye West or Ye has always done shit like that for attention. Like people forget. I feel like people act like just this new arc of his is like a new thing to get attention. It's like, no, bro, he's always been that way. He's always been that way. People try to make him like, oh yeah, but he's like cool and like, you know, thinking outside the box. I'm sorry. I don't trust anybody that would marry a Kardashian. So sorry. So sorry. I don't trust anybody that would do that. Oh, people are actually saying that I'm having a good hair day. Thank you. I know I actually do need to get it trimmed though. Yes, because we have coffee together, friends. I know that some of you are in totally different time zones, so it's like you're not having coffee, but that's cool. You know, we do love coffee. What do you think about the latest Pakistan India thing? So I'm honestly trying to learn more about it. I've known that they were like enemies or whatever, and that Kashmir has been occupied. So I've known that. I've heard that. I've heard that many times. Um, but I still feel undereducated and qualified to even really be able to speak on it. The only thing I know is that um the one thing I'll say about it now, and I do need to do more reading on it and more education for myself on it, is that the fact that India is on the side of the Israeli regime tells me that they're probably not on the right side. Okay. The fact that all the worst people are defending Modi, mm, kind of revealing. Okay. So that's the first part. And then the second part is that I think that we should all learn from this, regardless of how little or much education you have on this subject, is that this is what happens when international law doesn't matter. Because I don't believe that they would have attacked them and done this bullshit using the same tactics that the regime uses to attack the Palestinians if they did not feel that they could get away with it now, because international law has proven to be a giant farce. This is what happens. You're letting them get away with it. You've let the Israeli regime make a mockery of international law, of the ICC, of the ICJ, of the international rule of law. So now he feels like he can do whatever he wants. And why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Honestly, I'm going to have to wait on this one, Sufran, because Sufyan, sorry if I botched your name. Because I didn't even see that they had a new one yet. I mean, I saw that they had a new one, but I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. We can look at that today. I know. And now I'm getting self-conscious. I messed up your name because I saw this woman yesterday on TikTok make a video where she was legit mad and like yelling at the left, the Western left, for mispronouncing people's names, like not pronouncing Palestinians' names correctly. And I kind of felt like, oh shit, I try. Like I try to say, like, she used the examples like Mohammed and Ahmed. I was like, I try to say it, Ahmed, correctly, but I don't know. I'm also not going to I'm also not going to be one of those cringe people that says that that's an American that says shit with an accent when you're not from there, you don't have it. Soof. Soof. Okay, cool. Yeah, because guys, because it's kind of like when it's just, to me, it's cringe when people try to use like the accents and they're American. It's like, I've always said this. It's like when Americans say things like Paris or croissant. Like, that's not how we fucking talk. And it's fucking cringe when people try to talk like that. Like, we say croissant. When it comes to people's names, I understand that it's different, right? I truly believe it's so important to try to say people's names right. Like, I'm all about that. My sisters all have super strange names that are hard to pronounce, and it's bugged me my whole life that people don't pronounce their names right. And people botch my name too. So I get what she's saying. I actually don't disagree with her that you should try your best to say people's names correctly, obviously. I'm the same way with the spelling. I'm the same with the spelling. I'm like, spell people's names right. Like, make an effort to spell their name right and say their name right. But I'm not doing the accent. I'm not doing the accent. That is, to me, that's cringe. It's like low-key cultural appropriation. I'm not going to sit there and be like, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Bro. I'm not doing that. It's fucking cringe. Barcelona. Yeah, it's like, it's so embarrassing. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be like, I'm trying to think of another person's name where like people say it with an accent. Well, now I can't think of it, but yeah, it's really cringe. It's really cringe. Like I said, I will try my best, and I do try my best. I really do, to like say people in Palestine's names correctly. If it is Mohammed or Ahmed. But when I said Ahmed to somebody I actually know and am friends with in Gaza, he's like, it's not Ahmed. It's like Ahmed. I don't know. So I say Ahmed because I don't want to botch it. I also don't want to go Ahmed because that's like giving Israeli vibes. I don't know. Andre. Yeah, no. Have you ever heard of Kyle Kalinske? If so, what do you think of him? I like him. I actually, what? Yeah, of course. I've watched the show for years. He's definitely more, a little more lib on the lib side, but he's not a shit lib. He's not. Like people call him that. I don't agree. I don't agree. I think that a shit lib to me is somebody that will always defend what the Democrats do no matter what. That is not Kyle Kalinske. He does not defend them no matter what they do. But he also doesn't pretend to be more left than he is. Like I've seen people on the left attack him for not being as left, but he doesn't pretend to be. Like he openly says that he's a sock dem, a social democrat. So I don't know. I like him. I think that I wouldn't even call him, I would honestly like the world, I wouldn't call him a leftist. I would say that he is a progressive Democrat. He's a social Democrat, which is fine. I don't mind if somebody says that, so long as like they're honest about their position, which he is. He doesn't pretend to be a leftist or like more left than he is. And he also criticizes the Democrats when they deserve to be criticized. He's not like one of those people that just always co-signs every single thing that they do. Yeah. Maybe a Pedro. I know. I just find it annoying. Some people are fine with it. Some people like to do it. I don't. Like I said, I will try my best to pronounce people's names right. I think that actually is really important. I'm not even disagreeing with her on that. I always do. But I'm going to do it to the best of my ability in an American dialect. Because to me, it's like so cringe and like I said, low-key cultural appropriation to be trying to be like, talk like that? I don't know. It feels weird. It feels like cosplay. Yeah, guys, I was at the store today and the coffee shop, and after I was done getting my croissant and looking at the local news in Paris, I went and looked up what Alessandria Ocasio-Cortez was up to. I mean, why? I think my dog is gonna like do like another grip thing because I gave him a treat. He was like walking down the stairs. He's walking back up the stairs. So I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna give you a treat and then you're gonna do another grip. Bruh. All right, all right. It seems like people in chat want to talk about the Pope. We can look. Zoti? I actually do not know how to say that. How would you say that? Wasn't there somebody that worked at the DNC that was some corporate hack, somebody, a perfect example of somebody that is a shit lib with that name? Zocho? Zochi? Yeah, but you know what? A lot of people predicted that, um, and I think that they're right. And it wouldn't surprise me if they will be right. A lot of people predicted that the new pope was going to be a Zionist. Is he? Or did we get a woman pope? Lol. All right. Does anybody have a source like a synopsis? You guys know what I mean, right? Does anybody have like a link that gives like a synopsis to the new pope, like a short, I don't know, CNN clip or like Mitt Sing I know. That's why I said Lamau because I was joking. He's American? Is he? I thought the Pope was supposed to be from like Rome or whatever. What? That don't make no sense. Like what? I thought the Pope was supposed to be like European or whatever. I don't know. I'm not like a he's French Italian descent, but born in Chicago. Yeah, but that's so weird. That's never the case. They're usually Italian or I don't know, from France. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. It honestly seems a little bit cheap to have an American Pope. It kind of cheapens it, you know? Because Europe is so much more fancy than us. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Europe is so much more like, I don't know, elegant, nice, classic. In America, we're like McDonald's and Netflix. You know what I mean? It just doesn't fit. We're too tacky, you know? All right. Let's look. Let's see here. Did you guys see I'm going to be on Jen Perlman's podcast tonight? The Pope mobile is already tacky. Okay, yes, but the Pope that just died, Pope Francis, just donated the Pope mobile to Gaza, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. Ham! Oh, ham! Yeah, generational change. Yeah, I'm going to be on her podcast tonight. Law. Ministry on Wheels. That's amazing. That's so amazing. Oh my gosh. Actual LOL. Actual LOL. It's called Generational Change. I'm going to be on there tonight. In fact, I think she already put the promo up for it. Oh, did you guys see that TYT Marjorie Taylor Greene interview? It was like so rageful and annoying. It's me. It's me. I like how they put me right next to Netanyahu. So apparently we are going to be talking about Netanyahu saying that they're going to conquer Gaza and that one demon from Palantir, Alex Karp, which I'm fine to talk about, actually. I'm excited that those are going to be the topics because I actually didn't have a chance to talk about that, you know? Like I didn't have a chance to talk about like within the last couple of days of all the content that I've been making, and I was also dealing with fighting with TikTok a bunch of days. So, like between all the other content that I already make, right? Like between all the content that I already make, that I already am working on every single day, like between all the like short form content I make that I put out every single day and the live streams and then fighting with TikTok for like 24 fucking hours. Yeah, they're pissing me off. I didn't have a chance to talk about either the Alex Karp clip, which I'm pretty sure we're going to go over tonight, of him all cringe talking about talking to a protester, and then Netanyahu's claim that they're going to conquer Gaza, which also it's so pathetic to act like you're going to. So my point is, I'm saying I'm glad they're going to talk about it. My point is that I'm saying I'm glad those are the topics because I didn't have a chance to talk about those. So now I'll get a chance to talk about it tonight. And it's so cringe that they say conquer, like as if they're actually like fighting an equal force. Like, please. You're so pathetic. Oh, I think you sent me. Oh, thanks, Harpy. Is this about the Pope? Hold on. I'm going to grab that link. JK, that's not it. I thought it was the Pope. I can look it up. I thought somebody sent a Pope link, who the new Pope is. That's fine. I'll look it up. Let's see. Who? Oops.
Good afternoon. I'm Erica Sargent.
Oh, wait, I can't watch that. I'm pretty sure CBS does will copyright you. So never mind. Can't do that one. I actually think all these people do. Does BBC? Is there anything you can watch on YouTube anymore that won't copyright? Like all these outlets, like the Associated Press, CBS, BBC, like I'm pretty sure they will all copyright strike you if The Guardian, if you watch any of their YouTube. Let me try X. I feel like X has like better clips where they won't. Oh, wait, does Charlie Kirk like him? If Charlie Kirk likes him, he must be terrible. Look at this demon. If this were anyone else, imagine saying this. They are so hysterical about anybody saying anything about Jewish people. Anything. We've all seen, right? The last couple days. We've all seen the last couple days where where Dave Portnoy has gone on a psychotic rant, multi-day crusade to try to ruin some 21-year-old Muslim kid's life because he allegedly wrote F the Jews on a poster and then put it on his Instagram. Allegedly, he supposedly wrote that. I don't even know if he really did. And then Dave Portnoy has been trying to ruin his life for days because of it. Yet there is no backlash against this guy for this insane open Islamophobia and bigotry. Insane open Islamophobia and bigotry. If this guy were anyone else, okay, if it were he were saying this about Jews, if he were saying this about Black people, if he were saying this about queer people or trans people, I mean, I guess maybe not now because now Trump is in office and so now they're making money off of using the N-word. But like generally in a previous era, like before this, I don't know, last couple months, they would have been fired and ousted immediately and universally condemned by everybody. They would have been universally condemned. If this guy said this about any other marginalized group, he would be universally condemned. But this motherfucker, this fucking demon is proudly waving around his Islamophobia. Nothing. Not even a condemnation. Imagine if Rashida Tlaib did this. Imagine if Ilhan Omar did this. Do you guys remember when it just shows what fucking bigots they are, what proud bigots they are? Do you guys remember years ago, Ilhan Omar put out a tweet saying, Israel has hypnotized the world, and no one would shut the fuck up about it for like 6 months, including the Democratic Party. Her fellow Democrats, the Democratic Party, attacked her, kept making her apologize, making her people in the other part of the party condemn her statements. Yet this motherfucker, this demon, comes out and openly and proudly attacks Muslims. Openly and proudly attacks Muslims, openly and proudly attacks Palestinians, openly and proudly is bigoted against Arabs, openly and proudly. Where's the condemnation? Where's the condemnation? Do you see Jake Tapper calling him out? Where's Dana Bash? Where's the Democratic Party? Where's the Republican Party? There literally no one. No one is. You don't see mainstream media doing it. Even though when it came to college protesters protesting against genocide, Dana Bash and Tapper Jake were on CNN fucking crying about it. Okay. This is the insanity that I can't imagine being Rashida Tlaib. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to handle that level of gaslighting. Like it's making me insane and I'm fucking white. Okay. And Christian. I don't know how I would be able to handle that level of gaslighting that Rashida Tlaib has to live with or Ilhan Omar has to live. Like, I can't, because this is like, it's making me fucking crazy as a fucking white person and a Christian to see this level of gaslighting against Palestinians and Muslims and Arabs when it's like, oh my gosh, can you fucking imagine? Somebody won't even say something anti-Semitic. Somebody will just say something like, Palestinians have a right to exist. They deserve to live. And all of a sudden, or protesters on Columbia's campus will go, hey, maybe you should stop killing babies. Protesters on Columbia's campus will be like, hey, maybe you should stop murdering children. And what do you see? What do you see? Nothing. Silence about him, not about them. Protesters on college campuses say, hey, maybe you should stop murdering babies, and none of them can shut the fuck up. Jake Tapper can't shut the fuck up. CNN can't shut the fuck up. The New York Times can't shut the fuck up. Every fucking outlet is condemning it. Every fucking politician on both sides of the aisle, Republicans and Democrats, are crying about it. Public figures, influencers everywhere. Yet, who do you see calling this demon out? Honestly, I think Candace Owens has been the only person I saw call it out. Like genuinely, not that I want to have to defend Candace Owens. I actually really resent when people make me defend right wingers, okay, or somebody like Candace Owens. But I'm pretty sure she's the only person that I've actually seen call him out. I haven't seen any news outlet call him out. I haven't seen any news aside from this one. HuffPo wrote this. HuffPost. I didn't even know HuffPost was still around. Haven't seen CNN call it out. Haven't seen Tapper Jake and Dana Bash crying about it. Haven't seen the Republican Party call it out. Haven't seen Mike Johnson call it out. Haven't seen the Democrats call it out. Haven't seen Hakeem Jeffries call it out. Haven't seen Chuck Schumer call it out. Haven't seen any influencers call it out. Where are the liberal influencers? And you want Arabs and Muslims to vote for your party? Why should any Arab or Muslim vote for either of these clowns? Vote for a fucking Republican or a Democrat. Lunatics like this, psychopaths like this say the most deranged genocidal shit, and the Republicans defend it and the Democrats ignore it. Republicans defend it, Democrats ignore it. And you want these people to vote for you? You're disgusting. You're fucking disgusting. Absolutely despicable. Absolutely despicable. This guy is an actual demon. And I don't know what disgusts me more. The fact that he continues to do this and it got elected doing it, or the fact that nobody calls him out. Nobody calls him out. It's fucking disgusting. This would so not be fucking fly if it were anybody else. Wait, what are you guys are you guys arguing? It's just actually insane. It's just actually insane. He's always been that way. He's just more overt about it now because people have kind of pushed him into having to admit it. This just like pisses me off so much. It's just so fucking vile. Should save that so I can do a story on it later. Also, what does it say about your district? He must have the most despicable constituents that his constituents would be proud of this, proud to have this person as an elected official. Like, ugh. Whatever area of Florida that is, make sure to never go there. Absolutely despicable. I'm just tired of the double standard too. The unfair double standard. It's such bullshit. Again, it makes me fucking crazy as a fucking white person. Like I feel so bad for like Muslims and Arabs that they have to deal with this fucking gaslighting all the time, where they're victimized and they're attacked and they're discriminated against, and then they're told to apologize while these bigots openly talk about it, openly are proud of their bigotry and their racism and their Islamophobia, and nobody says anything about it. No one. No one. It's fucking amazing. Okay. Sorry, guys. That was a unrelated rant. My jaw hurts. Why is it so hard to just find a video clip? All I wanted was a video clip. Like, what are we doing? Would have been better if they selected an Irish pope. Thank you. Thank you. It's making me feel validated. Let's get more people on Twitch, folks. Less YouTube, more Twitch. Although I want you to follow me on all of them. Follow me on every platform. Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, X. Follow me on all of them, fam. But I want more people to watch on it. Thank you, sweet blast, and thank you for watching on Twitch. I was hoping they would have like a video synopsis, but that way I could give my jaw a break. Like, oh my gosh, it's so sad. I hate these videos are so fucking heartbreaking. Like, those videos are just so heartbreaking. It's trending, but there's no video, like no video synopsis, like okay. Hey, what's Brianna Wu? Hold on, let me save this for later to make fun. Oh, I want to watch this. Let's bookmark this too. Let's see what Richard Wolff has to say about it. Okay, let's just like find an article. I was hoping to find a short video synopsis so that my jaw could take a break because my jaw's really hurting today. Oh, did I tell you guys that I'm going to have my implant process started next week? Thank you for going to Twitch. Thank you. Fortunately, the first American pope. I know. It's so cringe. I don't know why he's from America. It doesn't make any sense. Then in 2012. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, though. He's a fucking Catholic. I'm not surprised by that at all, that he's like not pro LGBTQ plus. I want to know if he's ever said anything about Gaza. I hear you, Michelle. I just like, I don't know. I struggle because I don't want to look at it, but I also feel I can't look away. I feel like I have an obligation to not look away, you know? But I understand. It's very overwhelming. It's like depressing as fuck. Hold on a sec. My dog is barking. They had to shave down. Oh, how did that go, Dawn? How did it go? Thank you. LA Fields, that's a really good point. I think that you're right, and it's important to do that. Because a lot of times people will be like, there's no point in emailing or whatever. But I think it is good to email them and to call them just to remind them that like we haven't forgotten. Like we're not going away. Implant for what? For my front teeth. I'm getting 2 implants for my front teeth. What's depressing is that that's not gonna even address the pain from my TMJ. It's not gonna address any of that. It's just because, my, implant fell out. Not my implant, it's not an implant. My crown fell off and there's an infection. So they said that I need to get implants on my front teeth that were crowns on, like a little tiny nub of like what was left of my tooth. And it just sucks. It just sucks because I'm going to have to spend all this money and go into more debt to do it because I have to do it. Like there's no way I can just like ignore it. And it's not even going to address the pain. Like it's just doing it so that I can have my front teeth and not have an infection anymore. But it doesn't address and won't address like the constant pain that I have in my jaw from TMJ and from just having my teeth really out of alignment. I have like a crossbite and they're really out of alignment, so it like stresses my jaw a lot. Yes, fivecalls.org is a good resource. But anyway, I'm going to start the process next week. Next Wednesday. It's going to be the first day. And as far as I know, it's just going to be the removing of my teeth. The removing of what's left of my teeth. It's going to be like part 1 of what's going to be like a 4 or 5 step process, which sucks. Sucks. I am not looking forward to it. All right. No, I know. People say this every time. Every time I talk about it, people tell me, which I'm not like I don't mean to be like rude about it. I'm not like complaining or upset. I'm just saying like every time I talk about this, people will tell me like go to a different country, go to Mexico, go to Turkey, go to Egypt, like but what I always explain and I'll keep explaining when people say this is that I can't do that for 5 trips. Like there's no way. If I were going to have one simple thing done, then yeah, I could do it. But to actually get like 5 different appointments to get 2 implants done, that is way too much travel. I would have to go back and forth 5 times. Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it. Again, if it was like I was just going there to get one whole set of veneers, like I understand why people do that. You can do that in like 1 or 2 appointments in the span of like a week. But I can't do that to get multiple implants. It wouldn't even just be a month. I'd have to be there for multiple months because when you get the post put on implants, you have to leave them on the post by itself in order to have it set for I'm pretty sure it's 3 months, 90 days before you can finally put the crown on it. Yeah, it just wouldn't. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was hoping they'd last longer than they did. I got them in 2014, the um root canals on what was left of my teeth after I fell down the stairs. Yeah. I'm not sure what you mean, but I don't think that LASIK for your eyes. I don't know what that means or what you fix all your teeth at once. Yeah, but what I'm saying is I can't do that. That's not how implants work. You can't just fix all your implants at once. Like to get an implant is a multi-step process. First, you have to have the teeth removed. That's one appointment. Then you actually have to have the implants themselves the actual screw implant put in. You have to wait like a month, or maybe that's when you have to wait 3 months to have it set. Then you have the post put in. That's a fourth appointment. And then you have the crown put on, which having the crown put on can also be a multi-step process because they need to fit you for the crowns and also make sure that they match the current like teeth that you have. Um, no, Michelle, I appreciate what you're saying, but that's just not true when it comes to like implants, like the way the implants I need to have done. It would not be a couple weeks. It would like I would have to be there for months. Or I would have to go back and forth, which in the end would end up being just as much money. Also, yeah, I don't wanna go to India while this is while they literally are acting like Israel. Uh, Totally, I agree with this. It's bullshit because it does affect my health. Like, the way that they treat it like, um yeah, exactly, a theater. That's why I feel like people I don't understand why people, like, argue with me about this. Like, it's not that simple. I can't just, like, go to Mexico or, like, go to India and have a 5-stage implant on 2 of my teeth in, like, a week or a couple weeks. Like, that's just not how it works. Um, but it is horrible the way that they treat it because it is a health issue. This is not about, um it's not about like it's what's crazy is that like it is a health issue and they treat it like it's a cosmetic issue when it's not. Like for me, my teeth being in pain all the time, like having horrible TMJ where I get in pain all the time just from regularly talking and like because my jaw's so out of alignment, it gets strained all the time and then it's sore and then I get headaches and then like having to get these implants because if I don't, the infection that is there could spread. Like those are health issues. I don't know what scam artist or what scam corporation decided that we were going to make dental insurance separate from health insurance. Yes, yes. What I know for a fact is that the first part of the implant, it is supposed to be so what they say it can set into like your jaw because it ends up anchoring. It actually does look like a screw. Like it looks like a actual screw that like you would screw into the wall. The reason why they leave it and you have to wait is because it actually has to set into your jaw and like fuse to your jaw, which like takes time. You can't just like have the implant placed and then immediately put the crown on top of it or the post. Yeah, that too. That too. Yeah, like I said, it's not even the first time I've had an implant, but this time it's going to be more intense because it's going to be in the front of my teeth rather than on one of my molars. And I have to have a bone graft. Exactly. Exactly. First, they'd have to do the extraction, then you have to wait, then you have to have the implant, then you have to wait even longer for the implant to set and fuse to your bone. Then you have the post put on, and then after the post, then they start fitting you for the crown. Like I said, this isn't the first time I've done this. I've had an implant before in the back of my mouth. It's actually just um what was the thing I was trying to the thing I was gonna say? Um I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I've had it done before. It's just gonna be more intense this time because you have to have a bone graft when it's in the front. I didn't have to have a bone graft last time because it was in the back. And I'm having 2 this time when I had 1 last time. But even that was still a multi-step process. I had to have the tooth removed, and then I had to wait, and then I had to have the implant, and the same old, like, process. Like, I had to go back, like, 5 times. I know. I think about O'Day all the time. I hope he's okay. I hope he comes back. I hope everything is okay. Yeah, I haven't heard from him. He hasn't been in here in months. Yeah, it really does. It really does. Yeah, so all I'm saying is I'm really just not looking forward to it. The process starts next week. I'm going to have it start by first taking it out, my teeth out, and it just sucks. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to being in more fucking debt. More debt, the American way. All right, hold on. My dog's barking again. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think about O'Day a lot, and I just am wondering, like, I don't remember how O'Day talked about how, like, they were threatening to put him in jail if he didn't, like, pay them a certain kind of ransom by February. So I wonder, and I fear that that's what happened, that he went to jail, that he wasn't able to either pay it or something happened and he went to jail. But even then, even if that were the case, I think he said it was something like he would go to jail for 3 months or something like that. I don't know. I hope he's all right. Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys I keep forgetting. Sorry. You guys wanted to talk about the Pope. Sorry. Okay. What is his name? Pope Leo? Okay. Cardinal Robert Prevost. Wait, they changed their names? So what was Pope Francis's real name? Pope Francis real name. What? They changed their name? I didn't realize they changed their names. Pope Francis's real name was Jorge Mario Bergoglio. Yeah, see, that's what it sounds like when you cringe, try to like say people's names with accents. Jorge Mario Bergoglio. Where is he from? I did not realize that they changed their names. Where is he from? Flores, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Gotcha. I just didn't know. Okay. Anyway, all right, so his name is Robert. Now his name is Leo. Bro. Cardinal has been chosen or elected as the Pope. It's the first time an American will lead the Roman Catholic Church. Yeah, I don't know, guys. That just seems a little cringe. I don't know. Like I said earlier, I just feel like America is not posh enough. America seems unworthy of the popery or whatever you call it. What do you call it? Pope. What do you call a pope if you're whoa. Is my audio not working? Can you guys confirm the audio is working? It just said that it wasn't. Papacy, thank you. The papacy just seems like less serious with an American. I don't know. It just seems like, like all of these other countries are just like so much more fancy and we are like not serious. I don't know. Just, I don't know. Okay. You guys can hear me okay? Okay, thank you. The 69-year-old new pontiff appeared at the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. How do you say that? Basilica. Is it Basilica? And said, "Peace be with you all." Blah, 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 blah. He thanked a few cardinals. I just want to know what like his views are. Papal. Sounds like PayPal. Church experts had named other possible candidates that did not expect an American to win. Trump said that he was so excited that it would be an American Pope. What a great honor. Bro, weren't you just making fun of the Pope who died? Weren't you just putting yourself as the Pope in a photo? Please. Whew. Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Pope Leo's hometown of Chicago, expressed local pride, writing, "Everything dope, including the Pope, comes from Chicago." Okay, well, I've got a bone to pick with you, Brandon Johnson, because actually everything that is, well, no, it doesn't rhyme. It doesn't rhyme with that. Actually, awesome things come from New York, okay? New York is way better than Chicago, please. Newspapers in Peru noted that the new pope is also a Peruvian citizen. He has lived in Peru for 20 years as a missionary and later became the bishop of Chiclayo. I don't really see. Okay, this is just like announcing it. What are his views? Bitch. You know what pisses me off about this stupid ass thing? Hold on. Oh, how annoying. Get out of here. No. Okay, does anybody have this? I wanted to read this New York Times article, but I guess no one has like an unpaywalled version of it. A lot of these stupid paywall like website removers don't fucking work. I think the only one I can think of is like the archive remover or whatever, or the archiver or something like that. This Pope is I'm from the Chicago. Oh, I'm kidding, Chicago. I'm kidding. Kind of. No, Chicago's great. Chicago's great. I just love New York. Let's see. Guess we know for sure. Whatever Christian Blakely's is not Catholic. It's true. You're right. I'm not Catholic. I am not. I am also not evangelical. Okay. I always want to make that fucking clear. I think evangelicals are the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. Okay. They're the actual worst. I'm non-denominational. I don't have a denomination. I'm Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ as the savior of the world and as my personal savior. And I believe the Bible. So like, I'm a Christian, but I don't like identify with any particular denomination. I don't like all the rigmarole that comes with Catholicism. It's too many things. I don't like how like ritualistic it is. There's no focus on like community and like any of that shit. I was baptized though when I was 11. But not because our mom actually gave a shit. My parents were both ex-Catholics. Um, yeah, that's true. Same thing with my parents. Also, my parents said that they grew up being beaten by the nuns, so they hated the Catholic Church. My parents both said they were abused by the Catholic Church. They were beaten by the Catholic Church. So my dad, both of my parents hated the Catholic Church. My dad really hated it. Really hated it. So, but then my mom made us get baptized when we were 11, not because she actually gave a shit or was Catholic, but because her parents, like, or her mother came to visit us. It was like the only time her mom ever came to visit us, like my whole childhood. And she wanted for like show to like save face or whatever for show to like have us get baptized. So she made us go through like catechism class, get baptized. And then that was the end of that. We never went back. We never went back. And then it turned out that the guy who we went through catechism with, who baptized us, was a pedo. He got arrested like 10 years later. Amazing. Yes, or this is my experience with evangelicals, or I'm sorry, Catholics or Christians a lot. They either become militant atheists or they become psycho evangelicals and born again Christians. That's been my experience with ex-Catholics. I feel like a lot of ex-Catholics I've met have either been staunch atheists, who also still never dealt with their trauma from the church. They never unpacked it, or like what do you call that? Deconstructed. Or they become crazy born again evangelicals, which is what my dad did. But then my dad also like jumped around from like a bunch of different denominations. And then my ex-husband became a Calvinist and totally psychotic and used it to be like psychotic and abusive. Hey, why don't you take us to torso? I guess I could do that, but like, how would I do the live? Like, if I was gonna have to do it live, how would I do it live? First of all, would you guys even wanna do that besides, like, one person? Would you guys be interested in doing that? Going to different coffee shops or restaurants or whatever? But, like, even if I did do that, let's say you guys wanted me to do that, um, how would I go live? Unless I went, because you can go live, like, on TikTok on your phone. I don't know if you can go live using I don't think StreamYard, which is the app that the website that I use to do this multi-stream, I don't know if I could do that on my phone. I would have to do it on my phone. Yeah, but I would have to do it on my phone. And in order for me to do a multi-stream, I would have to use StreamYard, and I don't think StreamYard supports mobile. I don't think it does. I'm a millennial. I don't care about cringe. I'm fine with cringe. It's Gen Z that doesn't like cringe. Yeah, but that would kind of defeat it takes a lot of expensive equipment. Yeah. But that's the thing, because you said it doesn't have to be live, but I feel like that would kind of defeat the purpose of doing it because I already do content around like a lot of other things that's short form. So I feel like if I was going to do this here, then it should be live because it would balance out like the different things we do in the lives. I feel like doing it not live would kind of defeat the purpose. I don't know. Actually, I can show you guys real quick what I did the other night. I went to a Palestinian restaurant. I got some pretty good food. Let me show you this photo. I was actually upset because, like a boomer, I accidentally didn't save. In fact, actually, I'm not even going to hit myself like that and call myself a boomer for that because actually, it wasn't my fault that it didn't save. TikTok froze and then refreshed and it deleted all my content. I was making a video like showing you guys, like I was going to put it on YouTube, showing everybody my awesome Palestinian restaurant experience, and it didn't save it. So like all the things that I was like recording, like for the most part, it didn't save. But I did get a few. I did get a few photos that I'll show you, even though it didn't save my video. Hmm. Oh, here they are. Wait, but I'm saving it so that I can show it to you guys. Oops. But seriously, we are about to go through. Okay, so I don't know. Did I tell you guys that I went to a book reading the other night with by an author named Sim Kern? Who wrote a book. I don't want to repeat the story if you guys have already heard it. But I went to a book reading the other night by an author named Sim Kern who wrote a book called Genocide Bad. And it was great. And they had like a reading with a Palestinian who was also there on the panel. And And it was really great. And then afterwards, my husband and I went to a Palestinian restaurant called Ayat. So let me show you guys. Hold on. Now, well, let me just let me try. Share screen. Oh, okay. No. Okay, here's the first one. Does anybody know what this is? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It was for that book. It was for Genocide Bad. We went to a book reading the other night. Sim actually sent me this book. The publishing company that Sim works with is a Palestinian owned company, and they sent me this book. They actually signed it. They signed it the other night at the event. There's me. Okay, so does anybody know what this is? Can anybody guess without Googling it, reverse imaging it? It is not falafel. No. Ding, 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 ding. You got it. It is called kebbe or something like that. Correct. Good job, Mo. Okay. So next one. Can anybody tell me what? This is annoying that I have to share it individually, bro. Wait. Like, I shouldn't have to share it individually. This is stupid. Anyone know what this is? And it's not pizza. That's the hint I'll give you. That's not what it's called. It was delicious. No one? It does look like pizza, but that's not what it was called. I'm trying to see if anybody in chat knows it. Ding, ding, ding. It was called Metagish. Correct. Mo, you're two. You're 2 out of 3. Okay. It was very, very, very good. Okay. This one, I'll give you another hint. It is wings. Okay. But they are not any kind of wings. They're a something wings. Okay. See if you can guess. Oh, they were so good. Everything at this restaurant was so fresh. No, are you kidding me, Longshoff? You don't like onions? How? It was so good. They were so fresh. And the pitas, you guys, the pitas they gave us were amazing. Like, I've never had a pita where when you opened it, steam came out. You're close. You're close. It's not za'atar. It's close. Okay, you guys just want me to tell you what they were called? They were called shatta wings. Shatta wings. They were so good. But the pitas were amazing. They really were. I was like, what is happening with these pitas? They were so good. Hold on, I'm trying to get the Where's the other photo? Oh yeah, I loved this. This was a beautiful mural that they had on the wall. Isn't that so pretty? I love that. And then going back to this. Yeah, so I loved this and I love that they added, it must be somewhat new because you can see not Hind, Reem. Reem, sorry. I was not him, Reem. You can see Reem and her grandfather where they went viral because obviously the occupation killed this beautiful little girl and the grandfather said Reem was the soul of my soul and then they killed him too. Yeah, Reem's grandfather. So I thought that was beautiful. Khaled, which I'm not going to say because, again, that seems cringe. But they're not doing that as a reference to the Antichrist. What are you even talking about, Zaid? Like, that is not what that is. I don't know what reporter that is supposed to be. I mean, it could just be like one of any reporters, but I'm not sure if that is supposed to be a specific. Yeah, no, I love all the colors too. It's beautiful. They killed 23 reporters. They've killed way more than that. It's closer to 200, if not more. They have killed well over 150 reporters and journalists. And then the last one I wanted to share that I thought was, yeah, exactly, launch off. It's been more just like children. They've killed more children than like wars combined in the last like 50 fucking years. It's so dark. And then this I thought was very cute because where we were sitting in the restaurant, me and my husband was under an olive tree. How cute is that? I thought that was so pretty, under an olive tree. The the pitas that they gave us, that when you would open them, steam would come out because they were so fresh. You didn't even need any hummus or sauce. It was so good just like by itself. I don't think it looks like Motaz. Yarman! 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 I know, they're so cute. I don't know what you're referring to with a bulldozer. I know that they killed Rachel Corrie with a bulldozer, but I don't think that she was a reporter. I think she was an activist. And they also killed Shireen Abu Akleh, who was a reporter, but that wasn't with a bulldozer. They shot her in the head. Oh, thank you for flagging that. I'll kick them out. Yeah, I kicked him out. Thanks. That sounds so delicious. I'm jealous. I want to go to Palestine. All right. Is there... Hassan is watching the Pope on Twitch. All right, I guess we're going to have to go back to the Pope again. Yes, they did. They did. They killed a reporter with Dropsite News. His name is Hossam. Hossam. Why am I blanking on his last name? Shabbat. Hossam Shabbat is his name. Hold on. That made me so upset. I literally, like, when Hossam Shabbat was killed, that was so devastating to me because I followed him and was like, I looked at every single one of his posts, and I remember I commented on his Twitter how happy I was for him when he got to see his mother, because he hadn't seen his mother in a year, and then he finally got to see his mother and they got to reunite, and it was so beautiful. And then he got killed a couple weeks later. It was just so fucking devastating. Yeah, you're talking about Rachel Corrie, which happened in the early 2000s. I'd never heard of that. I'd never heard of that until after October 7th. Yeah, Hossam Shabbat also worked with Dropsite News. And he was killed, like, first of all, he was put on a target list. The Israeli regime put him on a kill list, put him on a target list with like 6 other journalists that they were claiming were Hamas, of course. And then they killed all 3 of these men who were all like in their early 20s. One of them was only 19 in the span of like 4 months.
$40,000 people die each day from hunger.
Yeah, this is such a crazy story that I never heard about this until after October 7th, even though it happened in 2003.
I'm here because I care. I'm here because children everywhere are suffering, and because 40,000 people die each day from hunger. I'm here because those people are mostly children.
My name is Rachel Corey. I'm from the United States. I'm from Olympia, Washington.
Video.
Rachel Corey.
I need to find a different video because this music is way too loud. Way too loud. I need a video that doesn't have such loud ass music.
Here. I'm here because children. I'm here for other children. I'm here because I care. I'm here because children everywhere are suffering, and because 40,000 people die each day from hunger. I'm here because those people are mostly children. We have got to understand that the poor are all around us, and we're ignoring them. We have got to understand that these deaths are preventable. We have got to understand that people in third world countries think and care and smile and cry just like us. We have got to understand that they dream our dreams and we dream theirs. We have got to understand that they are us, we are them. My dream is to stop hunger by the year 2000. My dream is to give the poor a chance. My dream is to save the 40,000 people who die each day. My dream can and will come true if we all look into the future and see the light that shines there. If we ignore hunger, that light will go out. If we all help and work together, it will grow and burn free with the potential of tomorrow.
I've been here for about a month and a half now, and this is definitely the most difficult situation that I've ever seen. In the time that I've been here, children have been shot and killed. On the 30th of January, the Israeli military bulldozed the two largest water wells, destroying over half of Rafah's water supply. Every few days, if not every day, these are demolished here. People are economically devastated because of the closure of the borders into Egypt and the extreme control of the Gazan economy by Israel. I came to look at the aftermath of a place where 25 greenhouses had been demolished on the other side of Rafah, destroying the livelihoods of about 300 people. And that had taken place while they rounded up about 150 men, held them under a sniper tower, and shot around them to contain the men, the farmers in the area. So I feel like what I'm witnessing here is a very systematic destruction of people's ability to survive. And that is incredibly horrifying. Sometimes it takes a while for it to set in what is happening here, because I think many of the people here, they try to maintain what they can of their lives. And I don't know, maybe it has to do with protecting their children, that they try to be happy, joke with their children. So sometimes it takes time to it's hard to hold in your mind, the complete reality of what's happening here. Sometimes I'm sitting down to dinner with people and I just realize that that there is a massive military machine surrounding them and trying to kill these people that I'm having dinner with, these families that I'm sitting down to eat with, and who are being very generous and kind to me, and their children here who are incredibly threatened, living lives that no child ever should have to live. And so I feel a lot of horror, really. I feel a lot of horror about the situation.
That's hard to watch because she had so much love and care and compassion and really wanted to expose the regime for what they were doing to the Palestinians, and they literally ran over her. And they never any consequences. No one was ever held accountable, never any consequences. Like it ain't no thing. In fact, Israelis to this day make fun of her death and make pancakes to celebrate her murder. Rachel Corey was murdered for protecting a doctor's house from a bulldozer. After murdering her and stealing her eyes, the Israelis had a pancake party and used her death photo. So they used a picture of her from her death, like her dead. This story actually was very instructive to me as I was learning about what the Israeli regime is, because two things it taught me, it really is, Johan. It's like actually deranged. Yeah, and then they spent no, they really are deranged. And then they spent all these years lying. They spent all these years lying and what's the word I'm looking for? Telling Americans that everybody in Gaza were just terrorists. It's all Hamas, it's all terrorists. Because, you know, when somebody actually went to the Gaza Strip, an American went to the Gaza Strip and was trying to inform the world of what it was actually like in Gaza, who the people in Gaza were, who the Israeli military really is, they killed her. And the two instructive things to me that I learned from this story, because again, I only learned about this as I was starting to learn about the Israeli regime overall and Palestine and what was really happening, was two things. One, they operate with total impunity to the point where they can kill a white American and get away with it. I don't really know of any other country that would get away with killing a white American like that. Can you guys think of another country that could kill a white person, kill a white American and get away with it? Nah, I can't. Yeah, no consequences. No one went to jail, nothing. So that was instructive. And then, yeah, absolutely not. Like nobody would get away with that. Okay. And so that was instructive to me to be like, wow, that's how much impunity they can get away with. That's how much impunity they have, that they can get away with killing a white American like it ain't no thing and not suffer any consequences for it. And then the second part that was instructive to me was actually how sick the society is. That actually how fucked up and sick the society was. Oh, she was Jewish? I did not know that. That I did not know. I did not know Rachel Corrie was Jewish. That makes it even crazier, actually. What happened to protecting Jewish people? They're so full of fucking shit. But also because in this country, like our lawmakers will never shut the fuck up if an American gets killed somewhere. Like never shut the fuck up. Especially a white American. But didn't have anything to say about that. And then, like I said, I think that the fact that it was also instructive to me how sick this society is. That you would find doing something like this acceptable and funny. I would never think to do something like this. I don't know any American that would, honestly. Even Americans that I think are crazy. Like, even a lot of I can't even think of a Trump supporter that would do this. Honestly. Like, some Trump supporters are some of the most crazy, and I'm using them as an example because in America, in our American context, a lot of Trump supporters are racist. A lot of Trump supporters are white supremacists. A lot of Trump supporters are fucking mean and hate immigrants. A lot of them do. But I'm having a hard time imagining, even in the year of our Lord 2025, even a Trump supporter doing something like this. At least I haven't seen it. If there's a trend of people. No, and I'm not talking about a random person here or there that does something fucking hideous. I'm talking about the entire society celebrating murder. That's sick. No, she was not Jewish. Okay. Yeah, let me fact check that. She was not. Okay. No, okay. Somebody, yeah, I just fact checked it. She was not Jewish. I didn't think so. It would have really surprised me if she was, because I didn't think she was. No. It's amazing how they lie with impunity. Look at this. This article was an American active with a Palestinian-led internationally solidarity movement and had been serving as a nonviolent human shield in Gaza for nearly 2 months in a zone, this is the part, where the Israeli army was seeking to destroy smuggling tunnels and guerrilla hideouts. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's literally made up. That's not what happened. She was there to protect you lunatic Zionists from destroying and stealing people's shit. Like, just think about the way that she talked in the interview we just watched. They were shooting at people, rounding up men, illegally arresting people, stealing people's houses, robbing them, bulldozing them, and this is how they report it. Oh, no. They were just there to destroy guerrilla hideouts. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. LOL. Fucking insane. On the anniversary of Rachel Corrie's death, March 16th, 2003. After she got ran over, okay, her friends ran to her screaming. They dug her out of the dirt. One told me that Rachel's eyes were open and her last words were, "My back is broken." I'm so sick. These are also the same people that think that it's normal to dress up in women's lingerie that they just killed. Right. According to them, this all started on October 7th. When it's actually dark, how similar it is to the way that they act now. Like, it shows you that, like, this was way already happening, because here's a video of this 23-year-old girl talking about what they did and what they were doing. Years before October 7th. Decades before October 7th. Wait a second. Pakistan strikes back is trending. Can we not go to nuclear war, please? Both Pakistan and India have nuclear weapons, bro. Both Pakistan and India have nuclear weapons. Can we not go to nuclear war, please? Wait, Johan, are you still in chat? There you are. How do you feel about this as somebody living in India? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know that's where you live. What is it like there? Like, people must be so scared. Yeah, I know, me too. I am too. Like, I'm worried. Hmm. Pakistanis are a bit scared. Yeah, I can imagine. Thankfully, I'm not living by the border. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it is scary though, because both of them are nuclear armed countries, which is also really scary. I think it's so I think it's scary, um, just how, like, people are willing to go to nuclear war, go to serious wars over things that really should, like, you're adults, you know, decide, negotiate. Like, all right. So you guys keep wanting to talk about the Pope, which is fine. People care about it more than I thought people would. So we can talk about it. We can watch the video talking about who the Pope is. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Why can't you negotiate? Why can't any of these people negotiate? This is fucking, you're all adults. It's 2025. Why are we fighting wars like it's the olden days? Okay, I don't mind. I don't mind watching it. I just didn't want to watch it because of the copyright, but we can watch it on Rumble in the third hour. Like, which is in 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes when I switch to Rumble, we can watch it. I am curious as to know, like, if he is more conservative, if he's a Zionist. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Probably. That's why you always see the Israelis trying to like buddy up to people in India. There's like, I stand with India. I stand with Modi. Wait, did I already told you guys? Never mind. I already told you guys I was going to be on Jen Perlman's podcast tonight at 7. Yeah, well, the U.S. is just helping China. They're just helping. Well, have you guys heard of this website, If Americans Knew? It looks so old-fashioned. Look at this. I've never heard of this before. If Americans knew what every American needs to know about Israel-Palestine. How old is this website? Oh, I guess it's not that old if they've got like X and shit on there, and they have the genocide on here. But it literally looks like a website. The article that I read about Rachel Corrie was from 2005. This website looks like it's from 2005. That's crazy. America Online. I think. Are you guys all? Oh, don't forget, guys, to join the Discord. Okay. Don't forget. Discord should be in all the links. Oh, and I forgot to thank my wonderful, beautiful, amazing patrons and Ko-Fi members. You know what? I'm going to start doing that at the start of the stream, okay? A shout out to all my beautiful, wonderful, amazing patrons and Ko-Fi members. Thank you guys so much, because I could not do it without you. Could not do it without you. And thank you so much to everybody who has given me a tip on Venmo or on Cash App to support my work, which is also in my handle. Thank you, Johan, for shouting that out. Thank you. Yes, you can support my work by either tipping on Cash App or Venmo and or becoming members of Patreon or Ko-Fi. Thank you very much, everyone who does and who has. And yes, make sure to follow me on Rumble and subscribe, because that's going to be what we're doing the last hour in like 10 minutes. In like 10 minutes or 15, because I do a 5-minute intermission. Okay. And also on Rumble, you can give super chats on Rumble if you want. Rumble rants, as they call them. And then, of course, make sure that you watch me on Jen Perlman's podcast tonight. Let me see. What was I going to look up? I was going to look up something. This is what I mean when I say we need to start fighting back. They're always crying. Half the time, Zionists get their way because they're never not crying. You probably don't see me because I was demonetized by them, and that like delists you. Yeah, it's bullshit. They still haven't given it to me back. giving it to me back, giving it back to me. What will I be discussing tonight? We're going to talk about Netanyahu, and we're going to talk about Alex Karp, the deranged CEO of Palantir. But like, this is what I'm saying. They're always crying. They're always crying. They're always throwing tantrums. Bye, long shot. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so she's crying. Noah Tishby is crying about fucking Palestinian winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Once again, because they're always crying, they're always whining, they're always throwing a tantrum. That's why we call them cryonists. They're always demanding censorship and cancel culture and cancellation of people. Literally. That's why we need to start doing our own. We need to start doing our own. Which I'm making a new Discord channel with some people that I know that are Palestinians. One of the Palestinians actually living in the Middle East right now. I think in Oman. He just moved there. And he is from Gaza. He escaped Gaza during this genocide. And we're going to be starting a Discord where we can organize to fight back. Think of it as the Palestinian lobby. Think of it that way. We're going to start a Palestinian lobby. And the reason why we're doing it is because recently a bunch of Palestinians got banned off of Meta. They went after like 15 incredibly prominent Palestinian activists. So, and one thing I noticed, and I've complained this, I feel like I've complained about this to you guys before. Hold on. I think I have complained about this to you guys before. But one thing that I noticed is that a lot of people on the left, even good people, even people who I know care about this kind of stuff, a lot of times, and I think I talked about this with you guys in the context of when my YouTube channel got demonetized, was people just being like, oh, well, that sucks. What can you do? Like a lot of defeatist attitudes, okay? A lot of defeatist attitudes. A lot of, yeah, what are you going to do? Go to a different app. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that. A lot of defeatists. And I noticed that when it comes to the targeting of Palestinian activists, that's kind of the response. I saw it a lot. Two people who are very prominent Palestinian activists who got deplatformed from Meta. A lot of the response was, oh, that sucks, but they should just go to a different platform. No. 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 So the reason why we're doing this is so that we can start fighting back against Zionist propaganda. Like, that's what we need to start doing as a collective, because I see people speak out against Zionist propaganda, but it's way too individual and decentralized. I think that no, because this is the thing. I've seen a lot of people say this, but who are we trying to reach? We want to reach regular people. We don't want to make a new social media app where it's just an echo chamber of all of us who agree with each other. We need to continue to go after these apps where normal people are, people who aren't involved in politics. Let me put it this way. We should be learning from the Zionist lobby. We should be learning from them. Do you see Zionists when they don't get their way being like, you know what, guys, I think we should just make our own app? No. What happened when the Zionists felt like that TikTok was too pro-Palestine? They went after them. They went after them fucking hardcore. That's what I feel like a lot of people on the left are missing. And not even just left, pro-Palestine people, anti-genocide people, people who believe in Palestinian liberation. There is way too much like capitulation, and there is way too much defeatist attitude. Sorry, there just is. Oh, well, what are we going to do? We should just make our own app. Like, no, you need to learn from the Zionists. We all need to learn from the Zionists. What do they do? What do they do? Do they sit back and go, oh, well, I guess we'll just, create our own app? No. They all work together, okay? And they fucking make a ton of noise, and they infiltrate every single fucking organization and demand and cry and whine and Karen and Zarin all the way until they get their way. That's what they do. That's what they do. They don't take no for an answer. Do you think that having a bunch of Palestinian activists deplatform for Meta helps us? And just going, oh, well, why don't we not take no for an answer? Why don't we have an organized, centralized system? Because again, the Palestinian movement, the pro-Palestine movement is way too decentralized. I'm not saying that decentralization is not a good thing in a lot of ways. It is a good thing in a lot of ways, but we also need to be more organized and centralized in a lot of ways as well. That way, when, let's say, somebody gets deplatformed, okay, like Mo did, Moham's got deplatformed from Meta recently, we can have a rapid response. Where's the rapid response, folks? Think about it. Think about what happened to me on YouTube. It didn't just happen to me. It happened to a bunch of other pro-Palestine creators. And then on Instagram and on Facebook, not that anybody uses Facebook, a bunch of people got deplatformed that are Palestinian creators. Yes, Moham's is on Telegram, but I'm talking about we need a centralized place for all of us that isn't just dedicated to one person to start creating a lobby in some way where we are incredibly organized. We're all there, and we start to have our own coordinated propaganda, our own coordinated Hezbollah. And we stand up for each other, and we look out for each other, and we go after these platforms when they deplatform us or when they demonetize us, whether it's going after somebody to demonetize them on YouTube or whether it is deplatforming like they did to Mo on Instagram. That we have an incredibly coordinated situation of our own Hezbollah and our own coordinated call to action and our own coordinated rapid response, okay, where we flood it out and demand that they put people back. So like Mo, for example, imagine if instead of Mo just getting deplatformed and everyone going, well, that sucks, follow him on other platforms, follow him on Telegram, follow him on TikTok. Imagine how much more effective it would have been if we had a Discord server that was incredibly organized, where we had a rapid response area for people who get deplatformed or attacked by these platforms. And every single time it happened, tens of thousands of us flooded these platforms, flooded them, went on TikTok, went on Twitter, went on Instagram, and started putting out messaging, coordinated messaging, demanding that Mo get reinstated, demanding that there end their racist attacks on him, their Islamophobic attacks on him, their unfair bias on him, because he never should have been deplatformed. What would have happened if there would have been 10,000 people that went and got on Instagram and started making videos, got on Twitter, started calling them out? You don't think that that's exactly what the Zionists do? That's exactly what the Zionists do. No, you're totally missing the point, Brian. Total point right over your head. No, the opposite needs to happen. There needs to be tens of thousands of creators and people and allies in this like Palestine, pro-Palestine lobby, where the second somebody gets deplatformed from YouTube, they are all flooding it and flooding Twitter, going after them, saying, how the fuck dare you do this to them? Reinstate them now. It's what the Zionists do, and they always get their shit back. Some crazy Zionist got demonetized on YouTube the other day. You know what happened? You know what happened? Shit, where was it? Did I save it? Hold on. I need to find it because it's instructive. I forget what it was called. This. Look at this shit. This is a perfect fucking example of how they get their way. They don't leave the platform. That's not the answer. The answer is to start creating our own lobby to go after them. Look at this. Israel Advocacy Movement, which is a racist YouTube channel, a dehumanizing YouTube channel, got suspended. Presumably it looks like for the terrorism thing that YouTube has done a lot. And then he starts crying, okay? He puts out a call to action telling all of his followers, this is outrageous. We need help for the future of your work. Please tag YouTube. Tell them to correct this injustice. Okay, he does all that. Thousands of people comment on it and demand that YouTube restore it. Look at this. All of these people screeching at YouTube, calling them anti-Semitic, telling them, look at how they're tagging other people. His Falud, please, if you know someone at YouTube, tag them so that they can help. They're literally tagging other creators and telling them to help. Laugh for Law, Neil Molahan, look at this, do this, calling out YouTube, asking Grok if YouTube is anti-Semitic. Okay, so they're going fucking after them, thousands of people. And would you look at that? YouTube then puts out a statement going, our team has re-reviewed your channel and found that you did nothing wrong. We can confirm your channel's monetization was reinstated. Well. If it isn't them knowing how to fucking do shit. Do I need to say any more? Do I need to see any more? Do I need to say any more? Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, but once again, this is a perfect example. They threw a fucking tantrum and they kept throwing a tantrum until Twitch took off those creators. But you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Like, this is a perfect example of what they do. They are organized, they're coordinated. They get online and he whipped up his followers to all get in the comments, flood YouTube, tag YouTube. They're tagging other creators to get involved, and YouTube happens to fix it. Meanwhile, on TikTok, when I asked people on TikTok, although TikTok is not very responsive when it comes to comments, when I asked people on TikTok to tag TikTok to fix a video they took down of mine that they shouldn't have taken down, a bunch of people commented on it and didn't even do the tag. They didn't even do the call to action. Like, I made a very specific video asking for something similar, a call to action to tell TikTok to restore my content. And everybody that commented on my video either did the typical fuck TikTok, go to a different platform, or they didn't even tag them, which was what I was asking. You better clip this part of the stream. Why? I don't need to. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm saying we need to be organized. We, the anti-genocide people, the pro-Palestine people, need to learn from them. We need to be as organized as them. We need to not only make use of as many platforms as we can, but we also need to be a lot more organized to where when people unfairly go after us, we have a rapid response like that. We need to know and learn that when they go after us like that, we also have a rapid response. With that all being said, I'm going to move over to Rumble, and I am going to create a Discord server that is going to have a ton, that I'm going to invite as many people as I can and ask you guys to invite as many people as we can to start organizing this. We just need to get better at it. And I always say, you know, we need to learn. We need to learn from the people that actually have found success. All right, so I'm going to create that Discord probably over the next couple weeks. I'm going to meet with Mo first to kind of brainstorm with him the best way to approach this. So anyway, moving over to Rumble. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Those of you who want to join on Rumble, and we can talk about the Pope. Anyway, though, I love you all. Free Palestine. Thank you to all my supporters, all my patrons, all my Ko-Fi members, everybody who's donated to me. I love you all. Free Palestine. And I will see you guys on Sunday at 2:30. Bye, everyone.